Good everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. So, what I'll do today, I will briefly talk about why do we even talk about Data Cloud, right? Because obviously, I understand that is a Salesforce Data Cloud certification series, but you need to understand if you're a consultant or an architect, why do you even talk about Data Cloud, right? What do you even know? Why do you even want to discuss Data Cloud? Are you following the trend or are you following the hype? That because obviously, if you look at um, different platforms, right, LinkedIn, all other social medias, right, Salesforce is aggressively pushing for data cloud, right? So, which is fine. I mean, obviously, I know they are a SaaS vendor, and they wanted to sell the product. And I don't see anything wrong with that, right? But that being said, you should be asking one important question before you dive into data cloud. Is data cloud the right solution for you, right? Do you really need data cloud? Now, that's what I'm going to discuss one tiny use case, um, so that you understand if it's really important or not, right? Just to help clear things off. Now, obviously, when you talk about Salesforce, right, we talk about CRM data, right? Could be your account, could be your contact, could be opportunities, or could be cases, right? And you could also happens that you might have, let's say, customer data sitting in, say, SAP, right? Or could be possible that your customer data might be sitting in HubSpot, or could be possible your customer data might be sitting in one another ERP, right? Now, if you're agency, or if you're a company looking to see that unified customer view of your customer, let's say if I call as a Vikas Cohen, if my information is there, let's say in SAP, and my information there is in Salesforce, and if a business wanted to see the unified view of my information, they obviously need to do a lot of fiddling behind the scene, right? They might have to bring the data from SAP, from, let's say, another ERP, or from Salesforce, to make a sense out of it, right? All kind of interaction had with the business, and all kind of orders I purchased in the past, to make um, to give an impression to the to build an insight about my engagement with the business, right? Now, it can become a bit challenging, can become a bit cumbersome. That's where the data cloud comes into picture. It has the potential to unify, homogenize the data within the data cloud, and to give a business a an unified view of the customer record, which is very important in my opinion, right? Now, that's where we talk about enterprise data. Now, Data Cloud has a lot of capability behind the scene. It can use the Gen AI capability to give you insights and all other good stuff. It also uses the prediction and machine learning algorithms behind the scenes to work on your data, to massage your data, to bring the data to the form that's understood by the business, right? And there are rule sets you can put, you know. Um, so, and obviously, one thing you need to know there, right? Data Cloud can leverage the metadata because it's built um, on Salesforce foundational metadata layer. So, which means that it can have access to your flows, and um, Lightning for UI, and Apex, and all kind of stuff, right? So that's why it's very powerful. And now, as I briefly touched, right, if you can look at my if you can look at my screen, you can see you can get the data driven, sorry, AI result from your data, right? Obviously, that's for the Gen AI capability. Now, Gen AI is getting more popular, right? Because um, obviously, OpenAI made it more popular, then other businesses started to adopt it. But the key player behind the scene is Google, because they bought the paper about the Gen AI. I think in 2017, few engineers from Google, or researchers, or whatever, who they are, they published a paper, and that formed the foundation of, you know, the Gen AI, transformer architecture, and other good stuff. Now, obviously, Data Cloud is a Salesforce product, right? And so if you are a Salesforce customer, it makes sense to use Data Cloud. If you're not a Salesforce customer, I'm not 100% sure if Data Cloud is the right option. You might have other utilities or other tech stacks supporting your tech stack which you're using, right? Just to recommend somebody to say, hey, look, use the Salesforce Data Cloud. You are a SAP customer, and may or may not be a great idea. But if you're already an enterprise Salesforce customer, been leveraging other Salesforce technology like Marketing Cloud, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, or what have you, right? It makes total sense to use Data Cloud if your requirement is to have a unified customer information, right? Some of the areas where you can use Data Cloud in a very effective way, sales, right? Sales, like, so for instance, right, you are a sales rep, you're having a conversation with a customer during the video calls and audio calls. So it will give you a kind of insight based on the conversation you're having to give a personalized offers to the customers. And same goes with the service when you're dealing with a call center. It gives you better perspective and gives you better insight to help your customer. Same goes with the marketing cloud. You can send out a personalized message across the channel that's suited for a different customer. Then goes to your commerce cloud and the platform. So you can you can use the local, right, to build the stuff. You build the automation um, to hook up the things which is needed for your website or for your mobile app. Um, you can pretty much, um, yeah, you make use of flows and other stuff behind the scene. It also works well with MuleSoft and Tableau and Slack and healthcare, health clouds. If you wanted to bring the payers and provider data, you can do that at one place. And App Exchange, you can also leverage, the partners' apps and to bring the best value of the data cloud. So what I just mentioned, right? It's just a brief overview about why data cloud may be a right fit for your business, right? Because when I teach certification, right, my main intention is not to just to guys to get just to get certified. That's one of the goal, right? That's one of the important goal. But the main thing I wanted you guys to focus on, what's the value you driving out of this product, right? And what's the value you can drive out of this product to help your customer, right? Because when you go to a customer, if you're a consultant, let's say you are a consultant, you wanted to recommend Data Cloud, you need to understand a few things. First of all, is the cost associated with the licensing fees. The second thing, what problem you're trying to solve, and will Data Cloud, meets the requirement, and what about the future? Are you thinking about the scalability aspect? When are you preparing the customer for the future need as well, right? Or you're just talking about, let's say they just wanted to focus on tiny part of unified customer view, so they wanted to bring data from multiple sources. So you're recommending the Data Cloud. Is that the vision you have, or are you talking about the wider picture, right? The customer wants to expand, let's say, to different territory. They might have multiple orgs, so you wanted to leverage that customer engagement. Let's say I might engage with a business, let's say in New Zealand. And I travel a lot to Europe, right? So pretty much every year. So I go to Italy, for instance. I wanted to engage with the similar company in Italy, right? So how is that engagement going to work out, and how is the business going to get the insight if I'm dealing with multi in the different countries, right? I'm just giving you an example, right? So yeah, think about it, right? What value you can drive out of this product, that's more important. That's why for me, any certification, certifications are cool, right? I endorse certifications. I encourage people to get certified, but the key thing you should take, why are you trying to do this, right? What value you going to trying to generate out of it? That's more important. That being said, hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. Adios.